now here ought to generally used for moral obligation or moral obligation. So ought to is used for expressing moral obligations or desirability. Just like we ought to love our neighbors. For expressing probability, this book ought to be very useful. For some time showing expectation, like he ought to be at home now. Okay. Next one we are moving. Must is used in case of what? Necessity. But mind it, the necessity will be enforced by some speaker's insistence. But that means some of the speaker, some of the person, they will insist you to do that one. That is the must. Necessity. Like you must study hard. You know, you are getting that kind of words from your parents. For strong intention, you must invite me. For emphasis, okay, for giving pressure, like I must say you are great. For strong possibility that he must be hungry, that is a strong possibility. And as I told, for obligation also, that you must get up very early. For expressing logical certainty, that living in so much crowd must be very difficult. Must. Now dare as a modal auxiliary. Now mind it, dare where it is used. Now dare is used to express that someone is afraid of something at the moment of speaking. Okay, how dare you, like that, you know. So she daren't look at me, so that shows negative. That means that someone is not getting afraid. Some indignant or resentful explanation, like how dare you touch my daughter. Generally we are doing that is indignant or relentless explanation. Okay. And sometimes for suppositions or belief also it is used, like I dare say he will come back sooner than we expect him to. Okay, so that is the expectation of some belief. And next one here, modals of necessity. Here what? The need. The verb need without to. Maximum time to will come after it, but need without to, that form is only used in negative and interrogative sentences. Also we can use don't have to, doesn't have to, didn't have to in case of past for same purpose. That means in case of need we may use all these type of forms like don't have to, doesn't have to, or didn't have to. Okay, so if we'll go, so in the affirmative, mind it, we use need to, that type of phrase to express necessity. Okay, if we'll go for the negative, so you didn't do the exercise, they are not obligatory, so you needn't do. So whenever negative will be there or interrogative will be there, then after need to will not be followed. But in case of affirmative, need followed by to. Example, you need to do the exercise, they are obligatory. So here you can see need followed by to, but mind it, to followed means after it V1 form will come, that is do. Okay, so any other verb may come, but to followed by V1 form of the verb, one verb will come. Here do verb has come. Okay, so in negative there will be no other to, but in affirmative there will be to. Last one, that is the have to. Mind it, we often use have to say that something is obligatory. Obligatory means, you know, there is no other option. That means you don't have any other option, you have to do it. Okay, you must do it. In supplementary of must, okay, we are using have to. Just like children have to go to school. Okay, so here you may write down children must go to school, like that. But the structure here, mind it, here have to is often grouped with a modal auxiliary verb for convenience. But in fact, it is not a modal verb. It is not even an auxiliary verb also. So the form have to, here the structure, have is a main verb. And the structure is subject plus auxiliary verb plus have plus to, that is the form. Okay, generally we are treating it as a modal, but generally it is not a modal, it is a structure. What? Have to structure. Okay, that means obligatory or having no other option to do. That is all about modals. I hope you have understood well. Thank you. If you will go through each and every point for each and every modals with example, then I hope there will be no other confusion of yours. Thank you. Have a good day.